Hello, dear students. Welcome you all to the 14th lecture of rural marketing. And we are into your second module. Name of the module is rural development. And were discussing few schemes of Government of India for the development of rural India. In last lecture, we have discussed Pradhanmantri Gram Yojana, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Grameen Kaushal Yojana, and Suranjali Gram Rozgar Yojana or National Rural Livelihood Mission. And today we will discuss few more schemes for the development of rural India. And today we will discuss Prime Minister Rural Development Fellows Scheme, National Rural Empowerment Guarantee Act, which already we have discussed in first module also. nrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Scheme is also its name. Then we will discuss Sampoorna Grameen Rozgar Yojana, sarv, siksha, abhiyan, very famous it is, and sansad, adarsh, gram yojana. So one by one, these all schemes we will discuss. So let's first go to Prime Minister Rural Development Fellowship Scheme. As the name is suggesting, it is a fellowship scheme for rural young peoples. Okay. And this scheme, Pradhanmantri Rural Development Fellowship Scheme, is an initiative of Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, and it an implementation in collaboration with state government. So state government does the implementation parts, and the focus of the program is on reduction of poverty and improving the life of people in rural India. So this program was formally launched in September 2011, and the objective of this program was to providing short-term catalyst support to district administration, and another objective, developing a cadre of committed and competent development leader, and engaging with many stakeholders such as government, public institutions, civil society, in improving the efficiency of social protection scheme. It is a fellowship scheme basically, and that fellows who are having this process, or we can say the fellows of this Pradhan Mantri rural developments, they work with the district administrations. And the process of this Pradhan Mantri Rural Development Fellowship Scheme, the followers, they selected through a pan-India process, through All India Common Entrance Test. And after this, one written exams they conduct and personal interviews there. And there is a 2-year fellowship programs. And after this, that fellow workers, they work closely with district collectors of the integrated action plan, and it improves program delivery and interface with marginalization sections of the population. And immediately after successful completion of 2 years fellowship, a fellow is required to spend 1 year in public service as a full paid full-time employee of state rural development mission in the state to which he or she assigned. So it is a program, fellowship programs. You can also go for this. One exam is there for that. All India Common Entrance Test is there, and written and personal interview is there. If you get selected, you have to go for 2 years of training for that, and after that training, you can 1 year you have to spend with the district collectors. Closely you will work, and a dual goal is there. First goal is to provide short-term support to district administration, and another is to develop competent and committed leaders and facilitators who can serve as the resource for a longer term. Okay, so next scheme is National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. This thing we have already discussed. Mahatma Gandhi Employment Guarantee Act 2005. Okay, earlier name was Narega and later it was named as Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It is an Indian labor law and social security measure that aims to guarantee the right to work for everyone. This act was passed in September 2005 under the UPA government, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. The aim of this scheme was to enhance livelihood security in the rural areas by providing at least 100 days of wages employment in a financial year to every household whose adult member volunteered to do unskilled manual work. If a person is not getting a job within the 15 days, he is eligible to get unemployment allowances. It also highlights the importance of basic right to work, and amendments have been introduced to this act to minimize corruption in this scheme. So in first chapter we discussed this scheme in a like we have discussed so many things about this scheme. So next I'm moving to the next scheme this time, and this is Samban Gram rozgar yojana. So this scheme was launched by Government of India to gain the objective of providing gainful employment to the rural people. So basically, this is a scheme for the for increasing the employability in rural areas. And from 21st February 2003, this scheme became an allocation-based scheme. And this scheme was implemented through the Panchayati Raj institutions. And this scheme was launched in 25th September 2001. And before there were two schemes, names Employment Assurance Scheme and Jawahar Gram Samriddhi Yojana. So government merged these two schemes together and they came under one scheme called Sampoorna Grameen Rozgar Yojana. And this program is self-targeted. No contractors or middlemen are there. And the scheme has special provision for women, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and parents of children without withdrawn from hazardous occupations. So this is for the giving the employment to the rural people. This scheme was focusing more on employability. Next, we have very famous Sarv Siksha Abhiyan. You might be aware of this scheme. So, Sarv Siksha Abhiyan is an Indian government program aimed at the universalization of primary education in a time-bound manner. This scheme was introduced in the year 2001, and under this scheme, the amendment to the Constitution of India was done, and they made a provision of free and compulsory education to the children between age 16 to 14, and they give the name fundamental right to education. And this program was initiated by former Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and the aim of this program was to give free education to all children between 6 to 14 years. So this was for giving the education for people. You might have seen that in your city also, all private as well as government schools, they give free education for BPL people, which comes under this right to education. Next is Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. It is relatively new scheme, and this scheme is for the rural development, and it broadly focuses upon the development in the villages, which includes social development, cultural development, and spread motivation among the people of social mobilization in the village community. This program was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the birth anniversary of Jayaprakash Narayan on 11th October 2014. The objective of this scheme was to develop the development of model villages, which are called adarsh gram, through the implementation of existing scheme and creation of new initiatives to be designed for the local context, which may vary from villages to villages. And another objective was creating models of local development, which can be replicated in other villages. Sometimes before in social media, might be you have seen that one village near to Varanasi, which was owned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. they presented that village as a model for rural development. So these were the two objectives of Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. So this is all for today's lecture. If you have any confusion, you can ping me on your WhatsApp group. I will surely help you there. Thank you so much for watching the video.